What's up YouTube? Intricate Explorer here today. I'm an adventure photographer and I am with Haley's Voyage over here. And we are at Palmer Park in Colorado Springs for sunrise. And from what I read online on Reddit, this is one of the better spots in Colorado Springs for sunrise that isn't Garden of the Gods. We're running around trying to find a good spot to get a shot as the sun is slowly rising in the distance behind me. And by the way, there's Pikes Peak over there, looking nice and pink. All right, so I found my first shot, and one thing I've been experimenting lately is basically overexposing shots, flooding them with so much light that it's just this glow across the entire screen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out my 70 to 200 millimeter shot lens, which is huge, and I'm gonna lay it right on the ground here. I'm gonna get a little bit of depth of field using these rocks. There's a rock over there I'm gonna stand on, then I'm gonna use the sunlight coming in to give it that full glow. And since I'm shooting directly into the light with such a long lens, it's gonna give a little bit of a lens flare, which is gonna be these like almost lines you could see, and they're more of an artistic choice. Some people like them, some people don't. I really like them, so check this shot out. Secondly, I want to capture the essence of Pikes Peak, which is right in the distance. But I also really like these rocks that are sticking up right here. They just have this really weird formation, and they kind of remind me of something out of the Badlands. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use them as a framing device for Pikes Peak. So I'm gonna get real low. I'm gonna stand somewhere like this between them, and then I'm gonna focus on Pikes Peak in between them. Give me that shot that adds a little bit more visual interest into it. So check this out. Look at Haley's necklace. Turn around.
2 chains.
For this next shot, we're gonna do something with this rock up here, because as I was saying before, the rock looks really cool. All right, so I'm here with...
I just wiped my nose. Start over.
No, we're including that. All right, so I'm here with Haley, and she's gonna give you some advice on posing as a model in shots.
So basically my number one key advice here is to infuse as much personality into your shots as possible. My first couple of shots aren't that great because I'm not like super into it with my personality yet. I like my pictures a little bit weird, so I start doing things with my hands that like might be a little weird until I kind of figure out like what I like. Or, you know, you just kind of play around with it until you get to where you kind of are feeling it.
All right, so we're gonna walk back to the car now and explore the park a little bit, get some different angles. One thing I like to do when I'm feeling creatively void of juice is walk around to different places. So new atmosphere, new mindset. There's all these sketchy ass people in the park too. Like we arrived this morning and there's just this dude just sitting in his fucking car with tinted windows, just like staring at us when we got out of the car. So be careful if you're in this place, because there's some weird ass people around here. All right, we found a new spot, but we're warming up our hands because it's cold.
Should I bring all this stuff to take a picture?
Yeah, bring everything.
Okay.
Bring it all.
Hang on.
Dang. All right, so we're walking on this path. There's Pikes Peak, and all of Colorado Springs is right there. Just in case you're wondering what Colorado Springs looks like from above. That's the downtown area. Apparently Palmer Park was founded after this dude named Jackson Palmer, who absolutely loved the point where the plains met the mountains. The general bought the land and deeded it to the city in 1902. It was named Palmer Park after this dude with his eyes scratched out. All right, guys, we're going somewhere else because this isn't very picturesque. There's great views, but we don't want great views right now because the sun has already risen, so we want shallower view so we can play with the light a bit more. All right, we found this field over here we're gonna play with. It's pretty wide open. It's got a ton of space to mess around with. All right, guys, so for this next shot, I'm gonna break down how I'm lining it up. Got my long range telephoto set up, and basically with this composition, I'm gonna have it perfectly leveled. So the line is going straight through the center of the screen, the horizon line. Since I'm gonna be focusing at a different, at 2.8, it's gonna blur these front plants and make them almost like bulby bubbles of bokeh. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit right there, but I'm gonna get really low to the ground as a silhouette. So you're just gonna see my head. And the only reason it's gonna look like that is because there's so much light from behind that you're not gonna see the features on my face, you're just gonna see the shadow of it. Got a little bit of space over here to balance it out. See how those are sticking up? Then I have one line right there, which is gonna coincide with my head. So I'm gonna be right next to it. What that line is going to do is it's gonna help incorporate me into the environment more. So since my head's poking up and there's also a stick pointing up, it blends me with the environment and makes me feel more in tune with it. So check out this shot. All right, guys, thanks for watching. That's all I got for you today. Drop me a like, subscribe. Got more vlogs coming in hot soon. Talk to you guys later. Peace.